Carlos, first 4-hit night of the season for Pete. When he has a night like that, what in particular is he doing better or more consistently than when he's struggling?
On time and allows him to get to a position where he's, not going to miss pitches. Um, Saw a homer on a breaking ball today, ready for the fastball. Took some pretty good pitches, for balls. So I think it comes down to timing, and we've seen it on and off. When he's right, it could be pretty dangerous, and we saw some signs today. The past couple of games, past week, probably go back to that game in Colorado. You saw some signs there, and yesterday and even today, obviously, with the big game. So that's good to see.
So for you, even when the numbers weren't there after that game in Colorado and last night, I mean, I know he had the one big hit, but you saw that overall the trend lines were positive?
Yes, 100%. And it's just watching, from the dugout, and just him getting to a better position, a stronger position to fire, to make swing decisions. And when he's, like I said, I think it comes down to timing. And when he's right there, there's better decisions, and it's obviously the impact on the baseball.
What stood out to you about Peterson's night?
I thought he was really good. The sinker, the four seam, and this I think it was a changeup, not so much a slider, but made pitches when needed. Obviously, few walks in there, but it was good to see him reach 96. I think towards the end, that's a good sign. Pitched deep in the game, got out of that jam. Especially the second and third with 2 outs for the strikeout, and I thought it was really good.
Tim.
Peterson this year has an ERA of basically 3 and a WHIP of almost 1.5. What do you make of his ability to so consistently work into and then out of trouble like that?
Yeah, I think he gets in trouble at times because some walks, balls finds holes, but he finds a way to get out of it. He stays in the moment. He slows the game down. Whether he, with the 2-seam, gets a ground ball and gets a double play. He can reach up to 95, 96 at the top. The slider, back foot to right. It's like just keep making pitches. His ability to slow and understanding the situation and not panicking. So he's been pretty solid for us.
Bill?
Lindor reached his 100th home run as a Met. Does that mean anything? And how much has he meant to the team since you put him in the leadoff spot?
I think it means more that we won the game. You'll ask him, and that's all he cares, that we're shaking hands at the end of the day. And, but it's special. He's a really good player. He cares so much. And, since we put him in the leadoff spot, he found home there. He's comfortable, and he's going to give us quality at bats, and he's going to post. He's a special player. I'm proud of him.
Abby?
What do you attribute some of the walks to when it comes to Peterson?
The walks?
The walks, yeah.
Yeah, maybe trying to be too fine at times. Then he gets ahead, and then before you know it, it's 3-2 count. Like we saw it today with 2 out, nobody on, with a 9-hole hitter. It's 1-2, and then it's 3-2, and then it's ball 4. So I think it's just getting on a rhythm and put hitters away. And he's working through it. He's gotten better. But the walks are going to be there at times. But it's something that he'll continue to work with Hef, and he'll get better.
Some of his success this year, and especially the velocity, can you attribute some of that to maybe him being healthy and not his hip not being in pain finally?
Yeah, that's part of it. We've seen it. I've seen it from the other dugout. When he's healthy, it's not only the velo's there, but it's a heavy fastball, whether it's the 2-seam or the 4-seam at the top. And we've seen that. And I feel like the more he goes out there and the more work, we see him getting better and getting stronger. So that's a positive sign.
Tim?
Alonso hasn't had one of those really hot stretches that we've seen from him in the past, a month where he hits like 12 home runs. What could it mean to your offense if he goes through one of those stretches now for you?
It means a lot, because he can carry a team. You guys seen it, we've seen it. And hopefully that's the case here, where we can get Pete, going and carry us for a few weeks, especially where we are on the schedule, on the season. And it's contagious, you know. If he gets going, he's probably going to take some pressure off some of the other guys, and you know, he's a dangerous hitter. So he's in a good spot right now, and we got to keep him going.
Mark.
Carlos, Lindor did the "oh my God" gesture when rounding second. Do you think there was a little bit more motivation today?
Well, I thought the energy today, in general, was really good. I thought from the first base hit we got Winker, you know, the way he celebrated, you know, to the dugout, to the bullpen. So I think today the guys showed up, and it was a different energy. It was just different overall. And then obviously Lindor went there and did his thing, and you know, love it.
Do you think that was in response to yesterday?
No, I don't think so. That's what we do.
David, what were you happiest with tonight?
The win. It was a great team win. It's fun to see the offense come alive and just do what we know they can do. And yeah, it's good being on the same page with Alvy. We had a plan and we were able to execute it. And so, and the defense was spectacular as normal. So,
In the 4th and 6th, when you have first 2 batters on, nobody out, and then you're able to come back and get the next 3 in each of those spots, what do you feel like you're able to do so well getting in and out of trouble there?
yeah, you know, I think you're kind of your back's against the wall, you know, and you simplify it as much as you can, and you go pitch to pitch and one pitch at a time, and focus on executing that pitch, and then you get to the next one. So, yeah, just try and mentally slow it down and really focus on one pitch at a time and not get ahead of myself.
In the 6th specifically, after the 1st and 3rd, nobody out, when you struck out Langoliers, it was 96. Did you intentionally in that moment like pull back and throw a little extra?
I mean, I tried to throw it as hard as I could. I wanted to throw it hard and I wanted to throw it up, and I wasn't searching for a number, but yeah, I mean, we had thrown some fastballs before, and so yeah, I wanted to get the strikeout there.
Do you think your game gets elevated when you're backed into a corner, like you mentioned before? Like, do you think you reach another level of your game in those situations?
Yeah, you know, I think it's part of competition. You know, we're trying to win games, and your back's against the wall, and you're either going to give in or fight back and get out of it. So I'd rather fight back and get out of it, and trust my guys behind me, and trust Alvy or whoever's behind the plate.
How much of what you've been able to do this year can be attributed to the fact that your hip is now healthy?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's where it starts. I think feeling healthy, feeling no pain, feeling like I can move my body the best way possible, I think has helped everything.
You seem like you wanted to stay in the game. Were you angry?
Yeah, I wanted to stay in the game, but Mendy made the call, and Brosman came in and did his job, and we got out of it, and we won the game.